Welcome. This is our daily reading for Tuesday, October 18th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same things, so see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved, so we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding that wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links that I provide below and show your love and support to the artists and musicians and see if there's more depth for Tuesday, October 18th, more signs and symbols for today, for you, in those links below. All right, I'll see you in a moment. Hey, welcome. This is our reading for Tuesday, October 18th, 2016. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of everybody, to bring clarity to the energies of the day and how to ride these energies best for all of us. Let's start with one card. The High Priestess. So, deep understanding, deep connection. I feel like energy, frequency. I'm feeling very sensitive lately, especially today. So maybe some of you are as well. Maybe there's something changing in energy out here, like Mother Nature, Earth, the universe, the stars, patterns. I hear like a snapshot, like energetic snapshot, maybe like I see like gears, you know, like the system, maybe the solar system, and how there's patterns, and maybe tapping into those patterns really deep today. The High Priestess is, I want to say, finding that center way, revealing things slowly. Things that are hard to understand, they're hard to explain. I feel like there's gifts here with this. So maybe some of you are, I hear Claire, so getting more clear on some of the Claire abilities, you know, like clairaudience, clairvoyance, you know, visions, hearing, the Claire that you feel in your gut that's hard to explain, the knowing. I can't think of what that is. So at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. Lao Tzu. So meditation, going inside yourself for the answer. You know, deep connection, deep knowing, deep understanding. Holding on to knowledge, like having knowledge, having experience, having true wisdom, spiritual wisdom. I keep hearing gifts. So maybe some of you are having some like spiritual gifts that are opening up today. You know, some specific signs to point you on your way, to find your path through, your connection to what's around you here, so you understand that you already have that connection, that answer inside of you already. You don't need to look out here to to understand what's going on. The answer with the High Priestess is inside. It's also having so much understanding, knowledge, inner knowing, inner guidance, that it's hard to actually communicate what's going on, to actually interpret everything that happens. So it has to be revealed slowly. It has to be protected and, yeah, like revealed slowly so you understand. So if all of your gifts open up all of a sudden and you walk outside and you're seeing angels and having visions and everything is happening at once, it's probably a lot to handle, you know? So we are given what we can handle, or perhaps we need to ask if you're interested in, you know, being more in tune and your gifts opening up. It starts with pure intent, focus, connection inside yourself, and just learning step by step, each lesson as it comes. I feel like we don't really choose. Perhaps somewhere we did, you know, but here with what we usually see, we're usually presented what we can handle. You know, step 1, step 2, step 3. If you're on a frequency, or I feel like you signed up for something like big, you know, miraculous, you know, like sometimes people have an accident and then they come back and they can, you know, everything's changed now. Everything is different and they have a lot of adapting to do. That's a lot of, you know, understanding to know you're not going crazy, you know, and there are a lot of people who have experiences, and we're also at a time now where it's easy for us to connect to one another. You know, perhaps in history, not even that long ago, if you had a weird experience, who'd you tell? Your friends, you know, your bridge buddies, you know, playing cards, you know, your family. Maybe you wrote a book, maybe there was an article in a newspaper or something, but there wasn't a real connection. Maybe somebody in a different country is having an experience very similar to you, and you can connect now. You can connect now. There's excuse me for a moment. Pardon me. You can connect now to others easier than it ever has been before. So maybe it's okay to open up. You know, maybe you don't want to open up everything that's happened to you all at once. Maybe that will freak some people out. Not everybody is ready to hear the you know, the miraculous things that can happen. Sometimes they're so amazing it sounds like we're making it up, unless there's somebody else there with us to experience it with us. So maybe it's connecting to somebody who has had that experience or a similar one, or is curious about it, or a connection with it somehow. You know, if you hear stories about spiritual experiences and you're connected with that story, with that person, with that teaching, there's probably a lesson there for you, because there is a connection for you. You know, I also see like flowers and stained glass in a painting. So it makes me think of like essence and nature and abundance and growth. And I just see like a stained glass, like different filters of light, maybe light, like light therapy, understanding light, understanding frequency, understanding music and light, something like that. It's Gothic Window, detail by Odilon Redden, 1900 Indianapolis Museum of Art, USA. And I see focus. It's like it hasn't been, it's not complete yet. I feel like it's like her imagination, his imagination is creating this beauty here, connecting it to reality. Maybe you see it first before it's a painting, you know? It's that kind of connection. I hope that was helpful. Let's move along to the Thelema Tarot. Get another card for the High Priestess. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. Lao Tzu. Let's get another card for the day for the High Priestess. The Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady. I feel like the moon is going to be in Taurus or is around Taurus. So maybe it's a Taurus. It could be a Virgo or Capricorn energy. The Knight is beginning something, starting something. If it's not an actual person in your world, that's an earth sign, earthy sign, somebody like, I want to say like steady and solid, like steady wins the race. He'll always win. The Knight of Pentacles takes his time, enjoys the experience, has a picnic, prays, makes plans, observes, learns, writes about the experience. He does it right from the beginning. And if there's something that goes awry or something off, you know, during the journey, he corrects it, he fixes it, he learns from it, he grows from it, he adapts to it. He adapts with that season when it changes, so the next time you come around to that season, you know what to do. You learned from what didn't work the last time. So preparation, stability. Yeah, I'm getting like stability, you know, like grounded. I want to say sensual. I mean, it's a knight, so it could be a male or a female, but somebody really grounded, really real. I want to say funny, real, you know, takes their time. Maybe that sometimes they're late. I'm getting that maybe sometimes they're taking their time a little too much. So maybe there's like, maybe set an alarm if there's something going on. I'm just getting somebody being late. So maybe you're setting alarms, planning something better in the morning, planning your time out better so that you can organize your day better, so that, you know, you focus your energy where it needs to for that amount of time and you don't waste time, and then give yourself time later to rest. So I would say he can go overtime if he's like this and just work nonstop, which is, you know, you're productive, you get it done, but you have to take it back a little. You have to sleep, you have to rest, you have to play, you have to have fun, you have to put something else in there. Otherwise, it just you'll end up hitting I see you hitting a wall until you have to fall and sleep and rest and redo it right. So maybe you're starting something right, you know, with balance. Or balance in the schedule. The Knight of Pentacles, I feel like he does a good job, you know. He always sort of does a good job with everything. He tries his best, her best, you know. You do your best, the best you can. It's not always perfect. You're still a knight. You're still learning. You're still doing things so you can learn. He's not really sitting back and observing. He wants to get in there and do it. She wants to get in and do it. You know, to make it happen, to feel the earth, to get grounded, to understand nature. I feel like there's nature here. Like, you know, connecting to nature, connecting to animals, connecting to like chores and responsibility, you know, with pets, and trust, leadership with this. So maybe you're starting something right. You know, you have to trust your own deeper instincts to reveal something, to head a certain way. Maybe you're heading slowly, you know, you're trusting each step, each sign you get. Is that sign for you? Is that personal for you? Were you just talking about that? Maybe that's the way to go, or that's the conversation to have, or that's the person to open up to. But it's not rushing, just taking your time every step of the way, step by step by step by step by step to get you there. And it's almost like a process. And I got like you building something, you know, one layer, another layer, another layer. And at the same time, you're also building something inside, like something strong. But these layers are more like energy. It's like more like energy going like this. And that energy gets bigger and stronger and more colorful. And I just see like movement and frequency, almost like music. So maybe you're getting your gifts and you're getting stronger, you're understanding more, you're having more conscious attention, conscious connection to what's going on here with the energies inside you and how it's helping you move forward, helping you find that path for you, helping you understand like a deeper purpose to something, you know, something you really want to do right. This is something you want to do and you want to do it the right way. You don't want to mess around. So what is that for you? Let's get more clarity on the Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Now, speaking of something you really want to do, this is something that I started to go nerd on a long time ago and I sort of put it away. And I had in the reading all that stuff about books and you know, going nerd on something, and I just thought of this deck, and I've never used it in a reading, so I finished it. I was like 90% through, because it's a really unusual deck. It's called the Heart of Fairy, so I just sort of put it away, and I finished my nerd session on this deck yesterday, so I thought I'd bring it out for this reading. So let's get a card for clarity for the Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess for Tuesday, October 18th, 2016. The Queen of Bedlam. So, it's funny, it's a 2, and this is a 2. The High Priestess is generally a 2. They don't show the numbers on this. They connect through pictures and words, not numbers. But it's a 2. In this deck, it's the Queen of Bedlam. So it's like the ultimate mom. It's sort of like the Empress. It's getting everyday tasks done somehow. It's almost like that time thing I was seeing. Like, it's like the mom that is able to get all the lunches packed and get everyone where they need to be and have everyone dressed and get everybody out the door and still have herself together and beautiful and go to work and still sort of like get it all done sort of effortlessly. Sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes it's a lot, but it's telling you to just start, you know, to organize. It's also that cleaning, you know, getting your space to flow a little better. It's like the everyday queen, the everyday mama, the big mama, you know, the beautiful, like, loving Empress almost. But it's like gifts of sanity amongst frustrating times. Frustration. Like when you're just like at your wit's end, you have so much to do, but you just know you're always okay. You know, you have that that moment of like, you know you can do it. You know you'll be okay. You know, just don't get so overwhelmed with everything. Sometimes it can be little things that you ignore that end up piling up and it becomes overwhelming until you have to just deal with it. Till you have to just sit down and clean the room. You know, you just have to put something else away and get it done. So, it's responsibility in partnerships. I want to say like cleaning, like responsibility with it, like I saw with the animal, kind of like, you know, taking care of the animals, making sure they have what they need every day, and otherwise they get grumpy. And, you know, taking care of yourself too, so that you can take care of everyone else. So I want to say home. Taking care of your home today, cleaning up messes, dealing with your children, possible frustration a little bit, but then you're dealing with it. You're figuring a way out. You're figuring out a way through it. It's also, I want to say, like, handing out chores, handing out responsibility, also respect. I want to say, like, leadership through example, leading through love, leading through a loving heart, you know, helping somebody learn, helping somebody grow, giving them a little responsibility if you're like a parent. It's also giving a generous amount of small things that are, like sometimes you don't have to get a kid a huge gift. You just have to get them a collection of something small where they have every color. So it's, something, I hope that made sense. I just thought of paint when I thought of that. Paint or like yarn or something like that. Like maybe it doesn't have to be a huge, big, like video game kind of gift, but maybe it's like, 12 shades of yarn and this person's really into knitting or crochet. I don't know where that came from. Maybe somebody crochets, knits, something with colors. Maybe there's somewhere you can get like, bulk, where if you buy a bunch of colors at once, you get a better deal than buying one, something like that. I also see like somebody helping somebody else organize a room by like color. That's weird. Maybe there's a kid that's really good with color, really into a color, a certain color. Maybe like their favorite color, and you can help them have an accent color, something like that. That was sort of interesting. Or maybe you're redecorating something and you're thinking of like putting another pop of color in, or a lot of color in your house. I feel like color is important. I feel like there's also like there's a generation thing. There's magic. I see the unicorn in armor. So it's like something magical that's being protected. You're protected. You do things easy like magic. There's purity with what you do. Good focus. And then I see somebody like this older lady here, which makes me think of a grandparent or somebody wise, or somebody that does something different than you, but wise, for them. Or there's a connection with, I would say like baking, or like, I see like potatoes and beans, and like stuffed peppers, something like I can like almost smell my grandmother's house, if that makes sense. So maybe cooking, connecting with your parents or somebody older than you, or you're connecting with your children through cooking. Maybe you're teaching them to cook for themselves, something like that, or like putting recipes together, generations of recipes for a family, or something like that. I'm getting, so there's this child here, and she just looks like she's dreaming. Innocent, pure, open, and willing to learn something. Willing to, like, just that imagination where anything can be. Like, I'm thinking like in Dreamland, where it can be anything that you dream is cool. I don't know why I'm getting that with that girl. So, I'm going to move to the Angel Tarot. Excuse me, Mannix. Let's get another card for the 2. It's also feminine energy. So allowing something, allowing changes, allowing the things that happen just to happen. Sometimes things happen. How are you going to adapt to that situation? How are you going to, you know, make that situation change and move and grow. And I feel like she makes everything special. She makes everything fun. You know, even when she's stressed, she's sort of fun. I feel like she's the person in the car singing, you know, like singing in the car. That's what I hear. So somebody who sings in the car, somebody who sings in the shower, sings with their children, whistles, you know, somebody who just like, you know, let's put on some good music and get it done. Let's get there, you know, makes it happen. All right, so let's get one more card for Tuesday, the 18th. The Queen of Fire. So, we're going back to passion. Like, this is, she's like, the Queen of Fire is, I feel like she's not that, like, she doesn't have, anxiety. I would say she has confidence. I feel like with the Queen of Bedlam, you're tackling situations that possibly cause anxiety, like little things that happen every day, little problems that come up, dealing with situations, getting somewhere on time, getting your schedule, getting up, getting everything made, making it happen, paying the bills, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like day-to-day activities, I think of with this, like connecting to your environment. But the Queen of Fire does it with grace, with confidence, with ease. She sort of sits back and somehow, so maybe you're doing something so you can sit back more, so you can relax more, so you can get more time, so you can take your time, do something right. I feel like with the Queen of Bedlam, she's learning how to work with all of these energies going on around her. Sometimes there are like a lot of energy, but I feel like today it's with grace, you know, with ease. It's finding the easy way through. It's finding that, yeah, the graceful way through, the warm way. That's what I'm looking for here. Not too hot, not too cold. That center way through, the easy way through, the door that opens up for you, the sign that's there for you, the conversation waiting for you, the person on the phone when you thought of them. It's stretching your wings to fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Confidence, warm, intelligent, and graceful. The Queen of Fire is also a fire sign, so it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries energy. Male or female, but I feel like there's a lot of allowance today, and then beginning something the right way once you allow something to be. So maybe we're letting something go, letting something happen, allowing ourselves to fly a little bit, free a little bit, free something up, free some time up. I feel like you're freeing something up so you can fly. You have to like unhinge something, clean something up, get rid of something, you know, give somebody some responsibility for something so you can take some energy back into yourself and like rev your motor up, get your engines ready to fly. There's something you need to do. You know, it's something that you're just good at. I feel like maybe you're gaining confidence in this. Maybe you're gaining confidence in these abilities. I'm going back to the abilities, you know, trusting those hunches you get, trusting those, you know, like sometimes I'll meet somebody and I'll say something really random out of nowhere. And I don't know where it comes from, but I started to notice that it was on more than it was off. And the more I noticed, the more it happened. And the more I noticed it wasn't just a something, it's a something. So for instance, I'd be like, you know what I see? And it would be somebody that would come into, you know, the place I work, just a customer, never met before. And I would be like, when I see you like lounged out at a piano in a cocktail party. And like the friend would be like, totally what he does at cocktail parties. It was like, it'd be like a businessman or something that you don't normally, I don't know, just sort of saw him like at a cocktail party, getting all like fancy and slightly drunk at the piano. And apparently that's what he does. So maybe you're trusting those hunches, those things that come up. They don't have to be important, but it's important because it's teaching you. It's giving you another lesson. It's giving you another, it's real, you know, that's happening. You're good. You've got some gifts, you know, you got some good things happening. Have confidence with your gifts, with what you're feeling, with what you hear, with what you see, with what you know. You know, stretch your wings and fly, expand, allow yourself to fall a little bit, allow yourself to change, allow yourself to mess up so you grow. You know, we don't know, you know, we have to mess up a little bit so we know what doesn't work, and we adapt and we figure out what works for us. So you can connect to others with the High Priestess as well, but even if you do that connection with others, it starts with a connection in you. I feel like it's a very personal lesson. So have confidence in what is happening inside of you. I feel like you're figuring something out. You're understanding something. You're connecting your heart and your mind here. And you're coming out of something with grace today. You know, you're flying a different way. You're figuring something out. You're coming up with a new solution. You're understanding what's going on inside of you, maybe to bring you out of something, you know, to point you a different way. I feel like there's a phoenix here with the dragon, like you're becoming something totally different. Also something, I feel like it's on her gut, almost like the High Priestess a little bit, like there's something you feel and you need to let it out. Let out a feeling, maybe some butterflies, maybe some love feelings. I feel like writing. Maybe just being sexy. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from, but maybe I feel like she's really sexy and confident, but not trying to be. She just is. She just is. So being yourself, allowing yourself to feel like your sexy self, whatever that is for you on your throne, man, you know, whatever that is, that outfit, that, those accessories, you know, that hairdo, whatever you need to kind of like put on for that confidence factor to sort of just sparkle a little bit through, you know, I feel like maybe put on something sparkly today, something that's special for you. And, I feel like you're seeing something a different way, you know? It's almost like you've eased back on something because you've figured something out. You're ready to go. You're ready to replan something, you know, find some more time for you so you can fly. I think it comes back to time today. So, speaking of time, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I love you, and I'll see you.